Good afternoon, everyone. That was great. Let's try again. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, excellent. My name is Gwen Mahon, and I serve as your provost at the University of New England. I am so pleased to welcome you, the class of 2028. Those of you who have joined us as transfer students, along with student leaders, faculty, and professional staff to this afternoon's convocation ceremony. The word convocation stems from the Latin word convocare, which means to gather or call people together. Convocations were initially used to mark the beginning of a religious ceremony or an important event. This practice has been modified over the centuries to now reflect an annual ceremony held at many colleges and universities. At UNE, the tradition of convocation marks the beginning of your educational journey with us. It is at this moment in time we formally welcome you to our community. It signals the beginning of a truly remarkable period of learning and personal growth for each of you. You are no longer prospective students. You are now officially members of our UNE Nor'easter family. I am joined today by my esteemed colleagues and your dedicated and enthusiastic undergraduate student government president. Each will share a few words with you to mark this special moment in your UNE education. Our first speaker this afternoon is UNE's president, Dr. James Herbert. Dr. Herbert is a highly engaged and visible college president. You will see him all over campus and are likely to bump into him in the dining commons. He truly enjoys getting to know students and learning about their academic and residential life and co-curricular experiences. It is my great pleasure to welcome President Herbert to the podium.
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Provost Mahon, and thank you for all of you for gathering with us today to mark the beginning of this new academic year and to officially welcome the newest Nor'easters to our community. Convocation, as Provost Mahon said, convocation provides a time for us to welcome the newest members of our academic community. This year in particular, convocation provides the occasion for us to celebrate the launching of 2 new colleges and 1 new school at UNE, our new College of Business, our new Honors College, and our new School of Computer Science and Data Analytics. Additionally, it offers us a time for us all to rededicate ourselves to the pursuit of knowledge. Welcome, new students. Members of the class of 2028, welcome to you all. You are now officially Nor'easters, and we couldn't be more delighted to include you in all that we do here. Our admissions team informs me that you're one of the most academically qualified classes ever to join UNE. You're also one of the most geographically dispersed classes we've ever welcomed, hailing from 32 different states within the United States and several foreign countries. You're one of the most racially and ethnically diverse classes we've had in terms of the percentage of students of color represented. Clearly, you bring to our community a broad range of life experiences and unique perspectives from which we all can benefit. And I have every confidence you will make important contributions to our classrooms, our labs, our athletic teams, student organizations, and other campus activities. Thank you all for choosing to become part of our very special community. So give it up for the new students, the new Nor'easters. So joining me today here on the platform party are UNE's provost, Dr. Mahon, who you just heard from, the deans, and other senior leaders. These individuals fill various roles in the university, all designed to position you for success. And we all thank them very much for their service. So, platform party, thank you. And I would really like to acknowledge the members of our exceptional faculty who are joining us today. At this time, I ask all members of UNE's faculty to please rise and stay standing. So, students, these individuals have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of excellence in their fields. They are all committed to ensuring your success. They will open new worlds to you, serving as your teachers, your mentors, wherever your pursuit of knowledge leads you. They will feed your curiosity and introduce you to new ways of thinking. They are eager to meet you. Please make an effort to get to know them. And your college experience, I guarantee you, the more you get to know them, the more your college experience will be immensely enhanced. So, a round of applause for our wonderful faculty. Okay, thank you. At this time, I ask members of UNE's professional staff that are with us today to please rise, stay standing. There they are. Students, these dedicated people have worked tirelessly to prepare for your arrival. Their efforts, often behind the scenes, keep our university running smoothly. And indeed, we couldn't have the university, we couldn't do what we do without the efforts of these individuals. They too are here to support your success. Let's all thank them for everything that our wonderful professional staff do. And there's a number of UNE returning students, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, who've also worked diligently to ensure your transition to life, to college life is a smooth one. Orientation leaders, residence assistants, and all other returning students in attendance today, please rise so we can recognize you. So first-year students, I hope that you will lean on these individuals, on these fellow Nor'easters. Let them show you the ropes at UNE to show you where the best study spots are, the best places to eat, the best places to go chill out on Freddie Beach. So these are your friends, your colleagues. Please lean on them. Thank you all so much for everything you do. And finally, I would like to acknowledge the UNE undergraduates who are watching this ceremony live, via live stream, from our campus in Tangier, Morocco. I hope you all are having an amazing experience in North Africa. I really look forward, I know we all do, to seeing your videos and photos throughout the semester on social media. And we look forward to hearing about your travels when you return to Maine for the spring semester. So give it up for our friends in Tangier. Okay, now, new Nor'easters, new students. I'd like to offer you just more than a warm welcome today, but also something useful. I'd like to offer 5 suggestions intended to help you get off to a great start to UNE. Number 1, embrace active learning. The differences between high school learning and college learning are significant. Here, you are a partner in directing your studies. Embrace that role. Be an active learner. Do more than just the minimum required in your classes. Participate in class discussions. Email your professors if you have a question. Or go by and see them during their office hours. Discuss coursework with peers in the dorm or at dinner. Attend campus lectures and events outside of your major, outside the classroom and outside of your major. For example, we have something called the Center for Global Humanities, and on both campuses now, starting this year, not just the Portland campus, but the Biddeford campus as well, we have various events. And I encourage you to go and watch those lectures. They're also live streamed, world-class speakers from around the world talking about really important topics. We also have something called the President's Forum. The next event is coming up in October. In fact, mark your calendars, October 16th will be the next President's Forum event, and it'll be focused on the upcoming election. We have something called the Bush Lecture. This is a lecture in honor of the President Bush, who was intimately involved in this campus, and in which we have a political science speaker or some other speaker share their insights with us. A very interesting lecture. Try to keep up with the news, the local, the national, the international news, so you can see, not only to learn about what's happening in the larger world, but how your work here at UNE, what you're learning and experiencing at UNE, how it connects to the larger world. And with the election looming, pay attention to what the candidates say and do so you understand how their policies will affect your field and the causes that are most important to you. And most importantly, ask questions, including the hard questions, and engage in robust but respectful and civil discourse and conversations. So that's number one. Be an active learner and take responsibility for your partnership in the learning experience. Number two, and related to this, be open to new ideas, new ways of learning, and all in the spirit of cultivating the new you. Question your beliefs and assumptions. Don't always accept the safe or easy answer. Make connections between subjects, between disciplines, between subjects. Seek out conversations, actively seek out conversations with those who think differently than you. Again, in order to challenge your preconceived ideas and beliefs. And most importantly, immerse yourself in this new phase of life. This is the best time in your life to step outside of your comfort zone to explore new, unfamiliar activities and perspectives. You're not in high school anymore. You have a chance to fashion a new, more sophisticated, more adult version of yourself. Being an active member of our campus community will help you do that. For those of you from the New England region, resist the temptation to head home too frequently on weekends. Your old friends and family members supported you in various ways so you could reach UNE and grow in ways that you couldn't have grown if you had just stayed back home. So stick around. I guarantee your experience will be enriched if you do. Number three, embrace UNE's beautiful natural setting. Try to balance work and play. Doing so will reduce stress and make you more resilient when facing challenges. Try to unplug and get outside, even if just for a little while, every single day. Bring a book to the beach. Go for a run. Go for a bike ride. Kayak along the river. You might see me running or walking, kayaking or biking alongside you. I tend to do that a lot around our campus. Because as busy as I am, I recognize the value of spending time outdoors, away from the screen, in order to recharge my own batteries. Number four, extend the classroom. Start thinking about venturing beyond the classroom in pursuit of expertise in your field and a deeper, greater understanding of the world. For example, our global education opportunities. I just mentioned our own campus in Tangier, Morocco. We also have deep partnerships with study abroad locations in Spain, in France, and in Iceland. We have travel courses that will take you around the world. There are many opportunities for global travel. Try to plan now to begin working out how you can experience the larger world during your time at UNE. There's also many research opportunities at UNE. We have faculty who are engaged in deep scholarship and research across many disciplines, and they welcome our students working beside them in the lab, in the field, and in other research opportunity settings. Likewise with clinical work, those of you involved in clinical programs will have ample opportunities for clinical internships, practicum experiences. Embrace those and engage in that work with a spirit of learning new things. We have service learning opportunities, internships, volunteer opportunities in the community. Please take advantage of these. And finally, number 5, foster your own resilience. Resilience is so important in all of our personal and professional lives, and no doubt it will be for you in your academic life here at UNE. You'll need to bear down and do your best even when external forces send challenges your way. I know sometimes that's easier said than done. That's why you need to work on it as a skill. No one is just naturally born with great resilience, but you can develop the skills necessary to carry on even when the going gets tough. Be mindful of the attitudes and skills that characterize the most resilient people. Don't be afraid to fail. Learn from setbacks. Support others. Be open to others' support in return. And take advantage of the resources available to you, your professors, your classmates, the tutors at the Student Academic Success Center, the Student Solutions Desk in the Commons. We're all rooting for you. Let us know when you need help so that we can do our part to help you. I hope you get off to a great start at UNE and that the years ahead are everything that you dreamed that they'll be, full of new challenges, new accomplishments, and a long list of experiences that you'll cherish for the rest of your life. Also, these will be experiences that will equip you to lead a fulfilling, productive life. So I look forward to seeing you around campus and getting to know you in the months and years ahead. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Herbert. I would now like to introduce to you the deans of our undergraduate colleges, Dean Jennifer Morton, Dean Stina Brown, Dean Norm O'Reilly, and Dean John Austin.
Thank you, Provost Mahon. I would like to introduce Dean Jen Morton. Jen is Dean of the Westbrook College of Health Professions, which we call WCHP. She has served UNE for many years as a faculty member and then director of the School of Nursing and Population Health. She divides her time between the Biddeford campus and the Portland campus because the health profession programs are located on both. She enjoys all things Maine has to offer, including the seasons, and especially she enjoys gardening, cooking, and spending time with her family, including 2 beautiful grandsons, and her pets, of course. She looks forward to meeting you.
Thank you, Dean Brown. Dean Stina Brown is the interim dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, which we call CAS. She has been a member of the UNE community since 1993. Wow, that's a long time. Wow, yeah. And has served as the interim dean twice. She calls Maine home and is an avid gardener. In fact, it's not unusual to hear her talking in the dean's office about the 15 quarts of peas that she canned over the weekend. She is also known for providing wonderful advice for some of UNE's less successful gardeners, like me. Stina is a biologist with research background in crab and lobster biology. Thank you.
Hello, I am John Austin, Dean of the Honors College, and I would like to introduce Norman O'Reilly, our inaugural Dean of the College of Business, also known as Cobb to many of you. Norm came to UNE from the University of Maine. He's considered one of the leading scholars in the sport business. He's an accomplished researcher who has written 20 books and numerous articles on a variety of topics in the business world, mostly related to the sports business. He is also highly engaged in industry. In fact, really jealous about this, he just returned from the Paris Olympics. where he was conducting research. Right.
Ron, I was in there.
Yeah, right. So it was his 11th Olympic or Paralympic Games. In his spare time, provided he has any, he is a longtime triathlete and marathon runner, a beer league hockey player, a chess competitor player, and enjoys spending time with his wife and 4 kids. In the past year, he qualified for the Boston Marathon and the Ironman World Championships in his age group.
Thank you, John. That was very nice. Thank you, Dean Austin. So it's my pleasure now to introduce Dean Austin, John Austin, Dean of the Honors College. John was actually my predecessor in this current role. He was the interim dean of the College of Business and really is honestly one of the reasons, along with the faculty and the university, with why I'm standing here today. We have a new College of Business, thanks to him and others, with a really, really bright future. Thanks for that, John. Fortunately for us, as you heard, he's not going anywhere. He's now the inaugural dean of the Honors College. And as a lot of you know, some of you are in the Honors College, and Honors College is an important and wonderful addition to any university, particularly UNE, and it's an essential part of any comprehensive university that's out there. I'm beyond excited to see what he'll do with it, just like he did with the College of Business. On top of his work as a dean, John is a leading scholar himself in the area of business leadership, and he's published numerous articles on the topic and is really sought after across the country. Every time I reach out to him, he's in a different state presenting to some organization. It is really a privilege to work with him. John grew up in Massachusetts and lived in Maine for a while, but left New England for more than 25 years before coming back here to work at UNE in 2020. He's worked all over the world, and if you ever want to talk about global travel, backcountry camping, or anything related to that, please talk to him as he walks around campus. John.
So Dean O'Reilly, many of our students don't really know what a dean does. How do you explain your job to the students?
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, all right.
Been on the job for 7 weeks, so I'll give it a shot. Thanks, John. It's a very interesting question. A dean is an academic leader of a school, really the head of school. I'm sure many of you, like me, are fans of Harry Potter. So I like to fancy a dean like Dumbledore, the head of the school. But we don't really have all the magical powers that Dumbledore does, sadly. But we're responsible for leading our college internally and externally. This includes being certain that we're in alignment with the rest of the university, that we're on strategy, on brand, and providing really high value to our students and all the other external stakeholders that we work with. In the simplest terms, I describe the dean as being responsible for supporting 5 interconnected areas. 1, student learning. 2, the teaching and research of our faculty. 3, the programs that we offer, which change all the time in the current environment, majors and minors, etc. The facilities in which your learning takes place, the classrooms, the technology, etc. And finally, our relationship with industry, society, and our local communities.
Thank you, Norm. Dean Morton. Students can be confused by having so many deans. There are 4 of us up here. Can you describe how we work together at UNE?
Thank you, Dean Brown. I'd be happy to do that. The University of New England is comprised of different colleges, but only 3 colleges grant bachelor's degrees. The CAS, the College of Arts and Sciences, WCHP, the Westbrook College of Health Professions, and Cobb, the College of Business. The honors students, while part of the honors college, are also students in one of the 3 academic colleges. To earn a bachelor's degree, students need to take a wide variety of courses, including art, science, mathematics, humanities, social and behavioral science, in addition to their chosen major. Our 3 colleges work closely together, determining curricula, courses, and schedules that meet the needs for all undergraduate students at UNE.
Thank you, Dean Morton.
Thank you.
Dean Morton, Dean Austin, Dean O'Reilly. We have been in the academic setting for a long time as faculty and deans. Could you each describe tips or resources that, in your experience, our collective dean experience, promote student success? John?
I would say meet three groups of students, early and often. students and 2 other groups early and often. In addition to other students, I would go with, I'm just saying, after I turn the page, your professors and your professional academic advisors. We will invite you, but you will have to take the first step to do that. Don't be shy, don't be intimidated. We have assembled a great team for you. Now, take advantage of it. What'd you say, Norm?
I'm sure I have some things I'd like to add. First, plan ahead and think about your career post-graduation. We talked about this in the orientation at the College of Business today. Really start now, even though it's early, and think about when you might want to study abroad, when you might want to work alongside one of your professors whose research you find interesting, or an industry connection they have that you find appealing. Start thinking right now what would be the best internship experience for you. See if you can add any additional experiences along the way, jobs, projects, etc., outside of class. You don't need to make these decisions now in the first year, but start percolating, start thinking about those things, because it'll put you in the best position when the time is right. Jen?
Thank you, Dean O'Reilly. This tip I'm going to provide with you is one I've said every year, and I believe it more now than ever. And I will say that UNE has a very strong academic support service in a program we call SASE, or the Student Academic Success Center. All students benefit from spending time in SASE. In fact, I like to think of time in SASE as academic health promotion. Eating well, getting enough sleep, and exercising. Be proactive and don't wait until a problem arises. The services in the SASE include individual and group tutoring, writing support, and enhancement to study skills, such as developing time management plans. Classroom note-taking and test-taking strategies are also offered. Another important resource is your resident advisor. Your RA knows UNE inside and out and can answer many questions and provide support. Your RA remembers what it was like to be a new student at UNE. It was only 1 or 2 years ago, and they were first-year students. So don't hesitate to reach out to them. They are here to help you. Now we invite all first-year students to please stand. Yeah. Students, look to your right and then to your left. You are the class of 2028, the newest members of the University of New England community. This is the purpose of today's convocation, to publicly welcome you to UNE and recognize your passage into our special community. You're going to be classmates for the next 4 years. And you are going to study together, play together, work hard, and dream together. We know that you will build friendships that will last you a lifetime.
Be willing to be surprised, and be willing to be unsure of yourself. You might be surprised to find that you enjoy learning about subject matters that in the past were of little interest to you. You might be surprised to find that you are better at some things than you thought. Other areas might prove to be more challenging. That is all part of the learning process. And be willing to be wrong about your decision to date. That's a tough one. It is only natural to have some uncertainty at this point. In fact, I would argue that students entering their first year of college should not know what they want to do with the rest of their lives. Continue to explore your options and know that challenging challenging majors, and declaring minors is all part of the process. Students, you may be seated. So, as we close, my fellow deans and I have a few words of advice as you embark on your UNE journey.
Explore your options and be open to changing your mind. Remember, no question is silly. It's likely someone else has had the same thought that you had. If you have a question, ask it. Don't multitask. Be present in what you do. especially in your classes. Dean O'Reilly.
Study hard, but also take the time for yourself. Join a club or maybe start one. Go to the gym or join an intramural team, cheer on a UNE team, and have fun. Balance is an important in a productive and happy life. Set your personal bar high and then work hard to achieve your goals. Plan your recovery and personal time. Get some sleep, be rested from important activities, plan for school like you would for an athletic competition. You don't start training the night before your event if you're running a 10K run, for instance. Take the same approach to your studies and maximize your performance. Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't achieve all of your goals. This is more of a marathon than a sprint, and you have much experience along the way, including some fun.
And finally, to the class of 2028, my fellow deans and I welcome you to UNE. We are looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you. Provost Mahan.
Thank you, Dean Morton, Dean Brown, Dean O'Reilly, and Dean Austin. I am now pleased to introduce Professor Marilyn Gallucci, who will share remarks on behalf of Jen O'Neill, Chair of the University Faculty Assembly.
Hello, everyone. Marilyn Gallucci. I'm a professor and director of geriatrics education and research in our College of Osteopathic Medicine and former chair of the University Faculty Assembly, which we lovingly call UFA. UFA. I've been at UNE since I've had black hair, so I've been here quite a while. So, as former chair of the University of New England College of Faculty Assembly, UFA, I want to share 3 tidbits with you. You are getting so many tools for your toolbox. Is anybody writing these down? These are important. You got to write them down. Each skill and tidbit that I'm going to share with you has certainly lasted the test of time and will serve you throughout your life. The first one, I'm going to try some audience participation. What is the most powerful 3-letter word in the English language? Yell it out. Why? Nope. Yes? No. Ooh, what? Yes? No. Well, okay, the most powerful thing, it's not love, L-U-V, it's not sex, right? I believe I heard somebody say it. I know, some people think, but no. And it's certainly, I'm in geriatrics, it's not age. The most powerful 3-letter word in the English language happens to be, and I heard it over here, ask. What? Oh, this is important. Each of us have been programmed since birth to answer questions. Think about little ones in your family, right? As soon as they can talk, can you say mommy? Can you say daddy? What does a dog say? What does a horse say? We just barrage our young ones with questions, usually closed questions. But what that has done, it has really instilled in us that desire that we need to answer. And so that makes ask the most powerful 3-letter word in the English language. So get out there and start asking. It will open doors for you, and your faculty will love it. 2, practice focusing on solutions rather than problems. Each medical student I work with knows that when they enter my office, if they come in with a problem, they're not leaving until I hear a solution. Not the solution, a solution. Just enough to get their minds focused and moving forward on reframing what the issue is that they came in with. That they're looking at possibilities and they're looking for open doors, not closed doors. The more you embrace this approach to find solutions, to reframe what's happening in your life, to see the positive, the clearer and easier your path will be to graduation and throughout your life. 3. I was a softball umpire, so that's why that 3 comes up like that. Create networks and support systems. Do this with your faculty, your peers, and in any community in which you engage. That includes recognizing all the amazing people that are supporting you at UNE, including the grounds people, maintenance, housekeeping. These are cool people, and they are here. Everyone is here to ensure your success as you go through these next 4 years. So reach out and get to know everyone, get to know us, so that you can lead yourself to success on an easier solution-finding path. These tidbits, ask, focus on solutions, create networks and support systems, can be trusted and will serve you. One other quick tidbit. I read in the Boston Globe, don't know if anybody else read this, that each of us needs 4 hugs a day to survive and 8 to thrive. You can hug a tree, your pet, yourself, or you can hug those in your life. One caveat, ask first before throwing yourself into somebody's arms, okay? Especially if you don't know the person, you just don't want to throw yourself. I'm Italian, I'm a hugger, I eat off of other people's plates, so I especially love this tidbit about hugging. I truly hope at least one of these, and hopefully all, will stick with you. If you need a reminder, you can ask for Dr. G, that's me, in the medical school, and I'll be happy to remind you. Congratulations on being accepted, and more importantly, making the decision to attend UNE. You took a huge first step, and that means you are meant to be here. How do I know this? Because you are here. There's the evidence. I wish you every opportunity to make the most of your time at UNE and look forward to seeing you on campus.
Thank you, Dr. Gallucci. I am now pleased to introduce Dr. Jen DeBurrow, Vice President of Student Affairs and Dean of Students.
Good afternoon to all of you assembled here today. As your Dean of Students, I have truly enjoyed getting to know so many of you, whether through our Accepted Student Day events, through orientation, or move-in. I've enjoyed speaking with you and learning about you, enjoyed hearing what you're excited about, and in some cases, what you're nervous about. I've now met students from all over the country. I met students who were thrilled at the prospect of classes starting, and others nervous about whether they'd selected the right major, worried they'd struggle with collegiate study, and so many other things. As you heard from our amazing student leaders during the first night ceremony, it's true that whatever you might be feeling at this moment is completely normal. You are not alone in your excitement or in your trepidation, your curiosity, or your feeling of bewilderment. This new environment has much to offer you, and like each of those before me, I stand here today to remind you that you've got this. Remember, over these past few days, you've had the opportunity to learn about the many resources that we have here at UNE. You've been coached up on how to ask for help, learned about our social, educational, and recreational programming, and among many other things, heard about the countless opportunities that we have for you to get involved. Whether the faculty in your college, your professional advisors, or the student leaders who have helped you navigate this new place, what I hope you've now seen demonstrated is that UNE is quite literally busting at the seams with people who want to be a part of your success. Now don't worry, you don't necessarily have to remember each of the people or the many offices that we've talked about. To help keep that information fresh, I'll take this brief moment to remind you about 2 upcoming events. Tomorrow, starting at 3 over at the Commons, there will be a First Day Festival. This will provide you with a great opportunity to continue learning about the many people and offices that are here to support you, to learn about different job opportunities on campus, and to grab some of the free swag that we'll have on hand. On Friday, again, over at the Commons, we'll host our Fall Involvement Fair. Beginning at 4 p.m. that day, this will be your chance to learn about and to join one of the more than 100 student clubs and organizations that we've got here at UNE. To each of you, our newest community members, please embrace these faculty, professional staff, and our student leaders and all they have to offer you. The beauty of this environment and all of these people who are here to support you is this. During this time with us, and as those who spoke today before me also reflected, you get to figure out who you want to be and the kind of impact that you will have on the people and places where you one day settle. Whether that idea for you is clear or super murky, in our community, you all have a chance to peer into your future and to create your unique path. So embrace the clarity, but be prepared to change the plan. Embrace the murkiness too, because in the midst of uncertainty, you might find options you never knew existed. As I said at orientation, and will repeat over and over and over again, I believe in each of you. I got to say that to you this morning. I believe in each of you. I consider myself lucky to be a part of your journey. And so to each of you, welcome to our UNE community.
Thank you, Dr. DeBurrow. I am now pleased to introduce a very special member of our student body, Emmy Perry, who serves as your undergraduate student government president. I now invite Emmy to the podium.
Good afternoon, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the remarkable class of 2028. Welcome, everyone. 362 days ago, I was sitting in your seats, staring at this stage with a mixture of nerves and excitement. My mind was spiraling with questions. Was I going to find my core group of friends? Was I going to make it through chemistry? Was I going to feel like I belonged? If you had told me all those weeks ago that I would be standing here before you as your student body president, my jaw would have dropped. I was so focused on making it past the first week that I couldn't possibly imagine all that the future had in store for me. Throughout those few months, I have learned a great deal about what it means to be a leader, a student, but most importantly, a friend. Today marks a momentous occasion in your lives, one filled with obviously excitement and anticipation, but a little bit of nervousness. But let me tell you that those feelings are entirely normal. They're a sign that you're about to embark on a journey that will shape you in ways you cannot yet imagine. So as you sit here today at the threshold of this new chapter, I want you to take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment and think about what brought you here. Think about the dreams you've chased, the challenges you've overcome, and the people who have supported you along the way. This is your story, and today a new chapter begins. Now, the next few years will definitely be a time of discovery, but I encourage you to embrace every opportunity that comes your way, whether it's a challenging class that pushes you to think in ways you never have before, or an eye-opening trip abroad, or a quiet walk along the beach when you just need a moment to yourself. Each experience will contribute to the person you are destined to become. College is not just about earning a degree. It's about discovering who you are and who you want to become. So put yourself out there. You'll never know who will become your closest friends that you binge watch The Bachelor with every Tuesday, spend endless nights singing karaoke songs with, and make you feel like the best version of yourself. Here at the University of New England, you are not just students. You are members of a community that values your curiosity, your compassion, and your courage. You are surrounded by people who want to see you succeed, who will push you to think deeper, to ask questions, and to find your own path. Know that it's okay to feel uncertain. It's okay to not have all the answers. I certainly did not have all the answers my freshman year, but I'd like to think I've gained a little bit more knowledge now. But college is a place where you are encouraged to explore and to make mistakes and to learn from them. So just remember that you are not alone. Look around you. These are your peers, your new friends, and your future collaborators. You'll laugh together, you'll struggle together, and you'll celebrate together. The connections you make here will be some of the most meaningful. I believe in every single one of you. I believe in your potential, your resilience, and your ability to make a difference in this world. You are here for a reason, and you have something unique to offer. The world needs your ideas, your passion, your voice. So speak up, take risks, and know that every experience, whether it feels like a success or a setback, is simply part of your journey. In closing, I want to leave you with a simple message. Be brave, be kind, and be true to yourself. This is the beginning of something truly extraordinary. Each of you is a welcome member of this fantastic community at the University of New England. Thank you, and congratulations on taking this first step towards your future.
Thank you, Emmy, for sharing your experiences and insights with us. Another round of applause for Emmy. As this ceremony draws to a close, I hope each of you leave knowing how happy we are to welcome you to the UNE community. And you've got a lot of advice today. I'm just going to put one last little piece. Go to class. Go to class. That's all I got to say. Congratulations on the beginning of your collegiate career at UNE. Make the most of these special 4 years. I now declare our convocation ceremony has closed. As we exit the Harold Alfond Forum, students, please remain in your seats. Thank you. I know you want to go to class. Please remain in your seats for now. And then process after the faculty following our student marshals. You will meet the orientation leaders and resident advisors at the gateway and then head towards the Rippich Commons for dinner. Welcome again.